Hi guys, Gabi from UiPath Hacks here. Today's video is about unlocking a user in SAP using BAPIs. This could potentially be a topic often done manually and for which probably a lot of tickets are coming via your IT service management tool. So provided your ITSM tool can call bots, this bot could be executed by your ITSM tool to automatically solve the tickets that are just asking for an SAP user unblock and save your SAP users and authorizations colleagues some precious time. Alright, so let's start. We will use the accelerators, and I've created already a lot of videos on these topics. You can find them in the description below and on the right upper corner. But we will anyways do everything from scratch today. We will not explain the whole structure of the accelerator, but we will go just a bit through structure and we will just see the steps we need to take in order to use an accelerator, hopefully not having to really understand what is under the hood. So first step is we have to download accelerators, and for that we have to go to marketplace.uipath.com, create an account. I already have one, and once you are here and logged in, you can, for example, search for SAP, and we have a list of accelerators either for SAP ECC or for S4HANA. I will be testing today on an S4HANA box, so what I need to do is to download first of all the foundation pack. There's a version for ECC and one for S4HANA. To make this faster, I've already downloaded this foundation pack. And then, because we talk about user unblocking, we have to download the basis administration accelerator for SAP. Again, it comes in two versions, S4HANA and SAP ECC. And we have here a series of packages here, and we will use today the unlock user one. So I've done the download part already to save some time. If you want to follow along and you don't have an SAP S4HANA box, you're on ECC, that's fine. The steps should be exactly the same. So I have downloaded here the foundation pack, and I've downloaded also the basis administration package. So first step, we have to copy somewhere the foundation pack. I'll copy the whole folder, I'll go back, paste it here, just because I want to keep my source for next test. I can then rename this folder, let's say unlock SAP user, and inside the foundation pack folder with everything that's here by default, we have to copy our accelerator. So we go to our accelerator. This is the folder. It contains basically the flow, some business data Excel files, and one configuration Excel file. So we copy the whole folder inside our foundation pack folder structure right here. That's the second step. The third step is we have to go inside our accelerator and basically move or cut the arguments file from here and move it to the foundation pack folder in the data folder. And then what we have to do is we have to fill in this Excel file with the connection data, so client, server, IP, and so on, connection mode and everything, system number, system ID, and so on. We find this information as we open our SAP logon app. For security reasons, I would not show things like the IP address and so on, but just take them from the SAP GUI connection properties to be able to test for yourselves. So here they are. I've copied here all the information, client, SNC mode, app server, system ID, system number, and so on. So now that the connection data is there, the fourth step is we have to fill in our business data, what we have to load or to modify or to create and so on. In our case, we need to unlock a user. So I'll just go inside my Accelerator folder. I will pick the file version for English. There's one for Japanese, as the accelerators have been initially developed by the Japanese team. And here we have a sheet with the contents, and then another one for actually the data, business data that we need to use. So for our test, if I go to SU01, I've created a test user, test GVE, and I will just enable editing first and then paste my test user here and assign it a row number. So 1. If I would have more users to unlock, I would just paste them here. So I put a 1 here, I put my username here, test GVE, and that's my business data basically. So I can close the file. Let's see if this user is locked or not. Right now it's not locked, so we can manually lock it. So user test GVE is locked now, just to see that the accelerator will unlock the user for us. All right, so we have filled in our business data. We have then locked the user as well. So we are ready to try out the accelerator. Let's open the sample register BAPI file in our foundation pack. All right, here it is. Let's make it a bit bigger. And one thing to do before we run this, let's check the packages we have installed. We do not have the BAPI package, so we can go to official, search for BAPI here, and install BAPI package. There are some prerequisites for installing the package, which I have already installed on my PC. I will link to the video where we have the description of all the prerequisites you have to meet to be able to install BAPI packages. So that being said, we should have everything we need right now to try to run this. So let's run this. So we run the sample BAPI register file. This is for testing, so it will actually ask us a few parameters. The first one is where did we copy our connection settings parameter, the arg Excel file, and we have already put it in the data folder, so it finds it there. We just have to say OK. Then we give our SAP username that has the rights to unlock the users in our list, and then the password. BAPI runs, it has read the config file, the data file, and we get an error actually. The log file cannot be found. So let's see what happened. We look on the output panel, we see the sequence in which the different flows of the accelerator had been run, and we see that the BAPI has run, it has logged something, the commit has started and ended, and then at the end the read CSV activity failed. So let's follow a bit what happened here. We will not go into too much details, but just a bit to understand where the error is and try to fix it. And actually I've already figured this out before recording this video, and I've communicated this small issue to UiPath, so by the way you might test this, it might be already fixed. But nevertheless, let's see what happened and why this log file did not get created. So let's see what happened. We are calling here the register workflow. Let's open it. We have all these workflows being called to check data and so on. And more at the end, we have the execute BAPI workflow. This is the important one. And here inside the execute BAPI workflow, we call our accelerator. So whatever name for accelerator we have in the in-config file. And after we call accelerator, we have the write BAPI log. and then the commit one. And after that, we have this read CSV activity, which fails here because we have seen the commit has finished. So, and then the execute BAPI has finished. So we have returned from this workflow. So we are here, we're moving on, and we have this read CSV, and the log file that we expect to have is not there. And if we look here in SRC common, in log, we have no file. So now is the point where we have to debug a bit and see why we have no log file. And I've already put in the time before that. And the issue, I think, is with the accelerator file. So let's open the accelerator file separately. We go here, we open this. And if we look at the arguments, we expect to have 5 arguments. In sub connection, out register return, in import IO data table IO option. And actually in the arguments of the accelerator, there is a typo, and register return is just written as regist return. So I will just update here the name of the argument. That would update the name of the argument also inside the workflow. I save. And we can just double check if we want by opening the file here now. Arguments, it's register return. So it has the same name right now. And what we can notice already is that the commit has finished. So the accelerator has actually run successfully, but has not been able to write the log. So if we just go to SU01, and remember we had manually blocked our test GV user. Now it's not locked, right? So actually BAPI has run successfully. It has unlocked the user, but at the end it was not able to run the log. So we can lock it again, user test GV locked, and run the BAPI again. Being asked again the argument file location, then the SAP username, password, and this time BAPI has run successfully. We can check the output pane here, everything is fine. We can go and check if we have a log file created here in SRC command log, and we do have one. It says that user test GV unlocked if this is permitted in the system. And then we can see also the result in the business data file. So we open this Excel sheet and we have an additional sheet here, SRC log, where we get things like the message ID and what is important, the actual message, which says user test GV is unlocked if this is permitted in the system. So we've been successful. We were able to unlock SAP user using the accelerator that is using BAPIs. And as we said in the beginning, the use case for this is probably from your ITSM tool. Call this BAPI anytime you identify that a ticket is just asking for unlocking an SAP user. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, and if you want to support the channel and be informed of future videos, please subscribe and click the notification bell. Thank you for watching and have a great day.